Hey guys, what's up? It's Little Prepper Lady here. It's Thursday, July 11th, 2019. So I'm going to start off just by saying this. I don't know if this article is true, but it got me thinking. So if it's not true, um, I I honestly hope that it's not true. And if it is true, we could potentially be in a lot of trouble um, here in the future. So I don't know if it'll be near future, far future, whatever. But I came across this article. So it was discussing specifically Facebook. I know a lot of people don't use Facebook, but usually when they start incorporating different things, it starts with Facebook and then it kind of trickles on down the line. So supposedly, what this article is saying, Facebook has now changed their community guidelines to allow for essentially death threats or violence against individuals or groups that are considered dangerous. Now, we all know certain individuals in this kind of niche have been deplatformed essentially off of this platform and have had, certain things, certain accounts of theirs banned just for having a difference in opinion. And that's essentially, where I think this is going. So some of the reasons have included, commentating with conservative views, commentating with liberal views, not following the official mainstream narrative and kind of going against that. So strikes against you, and then you're banned for ever, or you're banned for a certain amount of time, and then you have to jump through all of these different hoops in order to be reestablished and get your account back. So they're calling it allowance of high severity violence. So they are allowing these threats essentially, or these acts of violence, not physical acts, unless of course, you're meeting these individuals, which some people, do take things to the extreme. So let's say, an individual is considered a dangerous individual and they're going to hold, some type of gathering or something, and these people, actually show up to the gathering, and then there's actual physical violence. But from what this article is saying, it's violence across, a computer screen saying, oh, I don't like your conservative views. Why don't you go do this or go do that, or I'm going to do this to you, those kinds of things. Supposedly, from what it's saying, it's against those who have carried out violent crimes or sexual offenses specifically. But we know all too well that there have been, like I said, people who have been banned from different platforms, social media platforms, just for having a difference in opinion. It's only supposed to be covering terrorist activity, organized hate, mass or serial murder, human trafficking, and organized violence, supposedly. And they are even starting to delete or ban individuals who have any type of an association with these individuals or organizations. So let's say you have a t-shirt of a group on in a video or in a picture, and that group or individual is banned, so now you get banned, or you get deleted because you have an association with that individual or that group. So that's essentially all that the article went over. So here's my take on it. If this article is in fact true, and Facebook is changing its community guidelines to allow for hate speech against individuals who are considered, violent or dangerous to society, could it span to other platforms like this platform right here? Could it span to, Instagram and, Twitter and Snapchat and all of that kind of stuff? If it does, here's what I feel like is going to happen. So we are a specific type of community. We have a lot of different opinions on the things that go on in the world, and we're trying to become prepared individuals based on those opinions. So let's say this ends up happening and it ends up being spread onto this particular platform. Well, if that's the case, then we're going to have to be concerned about us being targeted as individuals, almost like having a giant red X on our back, which, we're already targeted in a small sense, just because of the views and opinions and the things that we do daily. We already have to deal with criticism from individuals who don't understand why it is that we're doing what we're doing, or why it is we think the way that we think. So if this ends up being true and this ends up catching on and going across to all of these different platforms, what is that going to mean for us as a community? Could we see more people being, community striked here? Could we see more people's channels being taken down? Can we see more, threats or, nasty remarks towards certain creators, certain individuals that are on this particular platform? I think so. And we already see it, right now. And it's up to the creator, the individual whose channel it is, to take care of that on their own. We kind of don't have somebody in the background going, oh, we can't allow that on here because, and I'm not saying for the creator, I'm talking about an individual. So let's say an individual comes onto my channel and is threatening me. I have to take care of that on my own. This platform is not going to take care of that for me. Whereas like in Facebook world, you go on and you comment something nasty on somebody's picture or their video or whatever, they will, shut your channel down, or they'll ban you, or not your channel, but your page. They'll ban you for, saying that or doing that. I'm not seeing that as far as people commenting, but I am seeing it on channels that are putting content out. Their channels are getting taken down because of something that they say on camera. Why isn't it the same thing for somebody who's commenting negatively and saying bad things to these creators? Why is that up to us? And they're not doing anything about that. Instead, they're, I don't like your view, and I don't like, the content that you're putting out on your channel because it violates community guidelines. And they're taking it right down. And then you have to fight with them in order to get your channel back up. And they're even taking videos right out of people's channels and deleting them completely, and not giving them back. So there's all sorts of things going on in the background, and I want to keep an eye on this, because I feel like if this all ends up trickling down and coming through, then, we're going to be targeted even more than we already are. So we're gonna have to develop even thicker skins and have to find a way to deal with that. So let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know if you guys have seen or heard anything as far as this new Facebook community guideline kind of thing going on, if it's actually true, if it's not true. I really hope this doesn't happen, because like I said, it's just gonna make things worse for us, as if they're not already bad enough in some aspects. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Let me know, what you think on this topic and where we're headed as far as a platform is concerned. As always, guys, always remember, everything does happen for a reason. So whether you're having a good day or a bad day, you're in a good situation or a bad situation, just stick with it. You're on that journey for a reason. Everything's going to be okay. Also, always remember, forget about the past. There isn't anything that we can do about the past other than learn and grow and try to become better people from our past, while we're staying focused on the future, but be living in the now. We need to be living and loving and laughing right now, because tomorrow's not guaranteed. We all could not be here tomorrow. So that's very important while we're staying focused on the future. That's all I do have for you guys today. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will talk to you tomorrow night in the live stream. Bye, guys.